House fan issues, fan motor replacement. What's up, guys? So I got this house fan right here. It's the one that looks like this, and when I turn it on, it's been kind of cutting out. Here's what it sounds like. So here's what it looks like up in the roof in the attic. I was looking at it closely. There's 3 labels on it. I grabbed some part numbers and tried to match up the one for the motor here. Luckily, there was a label on the motor with a part number. It's the longest part number I've ever seen. This is an obsolete motor, but there is a replacement. I found it on Home Depot. This is the replacement. It has a new part number and fits because in the question someone asked if it's the exact replacement for the part number that was on the motor, and they responded and said yes it is. So I went ahead and ordered it on Home Depot, got it super fast. And on a side note, this whole assembly is still sold to this day. I only want to tell you that because I had an AC guy at my house and he was saying that it's like a whole obsolete assembly and we have to rip the whole thing out and put a whole new thing in, so that's not true. And then also the motor is sold on Amazon, which will be linked below, the exact same price. Amazon and Home Depot are both good choices. I'll link them both. And then I verified the part number for the Amazon motor as well, and it is in fact the replacement for this one. So enough of that. So I ordered it, it came, I got it right here. I'm going to show you how to put it in. There's my part number. It worked. I put the new one in, my fan started working perfect. It actually works really good now. The motor comes with the wires on it already. You got 3 wires. You got the red and black are high and low, so like if you want to put in a switch, you could have the option to like have like it work on low or high. I didn't want to do that. I just ran it to high, but you have that option. So here it is here. Real quick, just a reminder, working in an attic is dangerous. You could fall through the ceiling. It's super hot if you're doing it in the summertime, and there's nails, there's the insulation can get on you, there might be mice, just a heads up. But if you are going up here, I'm going to show you how to get it out. So what I recommend first is getting the fan blade off. I just use a crescent wrench. There's 2 little lock bolts on here. You just take them out and then you'll be able to slide this off. I tried just to loosen them and then get it off, but I had to take them all the way out. It's kind of stubborn to get off. You kind of have to like pull it up and wiggle it just right. I didn't really get it off until later on and through the repair, but I'll show you how to just get it off. You just do that and then you kind of wiggle it and pull it. Get these bolts, put them somewhere safe, and then take the fan blade and just kind of wiggle it and pull it upwards. Hopefully it comes off for you nice and easy. Like I said, mine didn't come off until later in the repair, but I'm going to show you how you can just get it off now to save yourself some space when you're dealing with the wires and the bolts and stuff. But yeah, you just grab it, and then I just was able to pull it off like that. After a while, maybe spray some penetrant oil on there to lube it up, and then you should be able to get it off. Once that's off, though, first thing I wanted to talk to you about is the wires. Now, I'm not going to show much about my wiring because mine had all kinds of mess going on, but I did have a switch in here. This is for the high and low option on the motor, the black and red wire. I'm going to eliminate this and just run my power straight to the high wire on my motor. And but yeah, I would take a picture, mark your wires of what's going where. The one you do need to make sure you keep, though, I mean, you got to keep all of them, but the one that I can tell you about is the green one, the neutral wire. I had to take this off. It's probably mounted somewhere different on yours, but save this wire. Don't cut this or anything. I unscrewed it because it's mounted to the bottom of the motor, and we're going to switch it to the new motor later. And then here's my wiring setup. This had like some kind of connector going into like this little protector box. But like I said, I'm not going to go too much into the wiring because my house, the guy who lived here before me had all kinds of stuff going on, so I'm not going to tell you what to do with your wires. But I would take a picture of where everything's going and mark stuff so you don't get confused later. But yeah, I'm going to undo the butt connectors on the ones I need undone, and then after the electrical was turned off and I got it all disconnected, I just cut these wires out. And I removed the switch. I'm not trying to use a switch anymore. So once we get the wires all disconnected, we can remove the motor. It's held in by it's like a nut and bolt. There's like 4 of them around the motor. I believe it's like a 14 millimeter or close to it. And then you just hold one side. I had to use a crescent wrench on the other side, and then you hold the bolt on one side and undo the nut on the other side. And I had to get almost all 4 of them off, because you take one out and then it gets a little loose, but it's not loose enough to get the whole motor out. So I just went around and did all of them, and I would just take them out. Be careful not to, you know, lose the bolts if you drop them in like the insulation. That was when I removed the fan motor. If you drop them in the insulation, they'll disappear on you. So just put them somewhere safe. Okay, so we got it out. I compared them side by side, exact same motor. It's all good, but we need to switch over this green wire from the bottom of the case of the old one to the bottom of the case of the new one. So all you do is you just unscrew that nut, and then actually your new one will have a nut in the exact spot it needs to go. It also comes with like a new wire clamp thing, but I just removed that and I just put the wire on and then tighten this down. I wouldn't go like crazy tight because you might break the wire or like the stud on there, but you know, once I got that on, I went back up there and got the motor in. Now the motor has like this little it has like a groove in the middle of it, and you need to make sure that clamp goes into the groove. The motor's going to want to slide down and slide up and get out of the groove, but you need to make sure that when you clamp these down and tighten it down, that the clamps are like in the groove. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. And then I got my green wire back in place, got that tight, and then I hooked up my electrical wires after that. So I got these like this, and then I ran the wire harness that came with here through there. Like I said, I'm gonna not use the low wire because when I turn my house fan on, I just wanted to go full speed every time. So I'm gonna be using that. So really, I just used my power and ground, and then I had my green neutral hooked up. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too much into my electrical hookups because my house has all kinds of funky double wires here, double wires there, so I'm not gonna get into that. If you took some pictures beforehand though, you should be alright. Alright, so when you get your wiring all good, before you pack it all back in this electrical box, I would have someone turn it on below so you could check the motor operation. Can you turn it on one more time?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you! If it's all good, let's go ahead and put the fan blade back on. You want to put this not all the way down, but like just like maybe like midway or a little towards the top, and then you want to tighten on the lock bolts. If you put it all the way down, it's going to grind on the fan. But so that's good. And then I just got like a couple things zip tied up, and then go downstairs and check it, and it's all good. Well, I hope this video helped you guys out. Any additional information in the comments below is appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.
Alright guys, that's all the information I got for you. The rest of the video is just some products and other stuff I got going on. Totally up to you if you want to stick around. Got a 15% off promo code for AUXITO.com. They got a handful of products, but what they're mostly known for is their really good aftermarket LED headlights. They've been out a few years now, and at first the lights they had were 200% brighter than regular headlight bulbs. Now they've upgraded the tech this year, and now it's 600% brighter. So if you're in the boonies, the suburbs, the city, I highly recommend you upgrade your bulbs. Nothing wrong with having an old car, but you should get with the times and have bright headlights like everyone else. These bulbs are available on Amazon. However, if you go to the AUXITO website, that's where I could give you a promo code for 15% off. All you got to do is go to the website, type in your year, make, and model. There's basically products for every car out there, and what kind of light you want. They have all kinds of different lights for interior, exterior, headlights, and then you just browse to what you need and you get it. And then at checkout, you're going to type in GearmoAuto and then hit apply in the coupon code spot, and it'll take 15% off.